Bless you all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. I'm so happy to connect with you all once again. I hope that you are going through all the videos that is placed in this channel, and I also believe that you are sharing with your friends, your family members, so that they will also be blessed. Now we are going to see some of the important revelation from the Gospel John chapter 20. In this, God taught me something new. I'm going to share with you all. In this, you all know Jesus died and he was kept in the tomb, and Mary Magdalene went to see in the early morning to put the spices. Along with some woman, she went. And when she went into the tomb, she could not see Jesus inside, and the door was open. And she got very much feared, and she don't know what is happening. And she ran and told to disciples. Disciples also came and saw. They also saw Jesus is not there. Both the disciples went back to their own home, but Mary Magdalene stayed there. And the angel came, Jesus also was there, and Jesus spoke to her. This is the instant. I wanted to tell you there is a Mary Magdalene was desperate. See, I understood a desperate is there is a two different meaning. One is something you're craving for, something you wanted very much. You need to find it. The another meaning you can say in the negative side, and anxiety, anger, lonely. So we need to really understand, we need to really think what for we are desperate, for whom we are desperate. Here Mary Magdalene really wanted to see Jesus. She could not accept Jesus left her. Early in the morning she went and she wanted to see Jesus. She was so desperate, her longing, her heart was longing to see Jesus. And when she went and told to disciple also, they also ran and came. But the level of desperation that was in Mary Magdalene was not with the disciples. That is why Mary Magdalene stayed there after both the disciples went back. Initially, she had some lonely feeling. She had anxiety. Oh, what happened? What happened to my Jesus? Where they've taken? Where they kept? What happened to his body? Nothing she knows. But suddenly, two angels came. No? Your desperation, for what you are desperate, for what your heart longing for what you really want, crave for it, really that world will open for you. If you're really craving, you're really longing for the worldly desire or worldly pleasure, worldly privileges, power, money, or anything that is you are very much desperate, that world will be open for you. Or you are desperate because you are getting so much angry on seeing your situation, or you are feeling very lonely, that is, I'm in such a hopeless situation. If you are desperate for that, you will have that world in front of you. But if you are really desperate for Jesus Christ, you are really desperate for godly things, you are really desperate for heavenly things, that world will be open for you. That is what happened to Mary Magdalene. She was desperate to see Jesus. She was desperate. What happened to my Jesus? She don't wanted to avoid like others. She don't wanted to simply leave and go. She was really so desperate to see Jesus. She really wanted to know what is the reason. Why? Why? She wanted to add many questions in her heart. That is why supernatural world was open in front of her. Two angels came, Jesus himself came. How much you are desperate for the heavenly things, that much your world, the supernatural is open for you. How much you are desperate for heavenly things, that deeper you can get the revelation from God. That is what Jesus himself showed to Mary Magdalene. He called Mary. See, as soon as Jesus called Mary, she knew that Jesus is the only one who is calling me. So how much you are desperate for heavenly things, that much deeper you can have an intimacy with God, fellowship with God. How much you wanted to go deeper, how much you are desperate, how much you are longing, how much you are craving for that. See, a person who's always wanted to eat, he or she will always crave for the food. What you're craving for? What is that you wanted to know? What is that you wanted to make your world? What world you want? You want the world that seems to be natural, or you want the world that is supernatural? The more you desire, more you are desperate for the heavenly things, more the heaven is open for you. More the heaven is open for you. See, Mary Magdalene saw the angel as a normal person. She didn't pray for the angel, Lord, show me the angel. No, she didn't pray. The supernatural became natural in her life. See, Jesus, when he died and risen again, the supernatural world is open for you. Now, this is the time to be desperate for the heavenly things, not for the worldly things, not for the worldly problems. Oh, what I will do, how to go, how to do, and what will happen? Nothing will happen for the child of God. See, every test and trials and tribulation will come to lift you up, not to pull you down. But the only one thing is whether we focus on the heavenly things, whether we focus on God, whether we really have the intimacy with God, really we have a fellowship with God, that determines your desperation for the opening of the supernatural in your life. In John 15:5, it says, without me you cannot do anything. Without me you can do nothing. That is what the verse says. Without Jesus Christ, without God, we can do nothing. Dear brothers and sisters, don't wait. Something will come down from heaven. No, it will not come down. But rather, you can bring that supernatural in your life, through your life. Expect things. Be desperate for that. If something is happening in the natural world, tell, no, this is not my world. I seek heavenly things. I want the supernatural to be happen. The day the God risen, that from that day, Lord, the supernatural was open. The first woman who had that experience is Mary Magdalene. You all know the life of Mary Magdalene. She sinned very much, but God is the one who delivered her from everything. She was so thankful and she was so loving and she was so desperate to see Jesus. How much you are desperate to be connected with God. How much you are desperate to be fellowship with God. How much you are desperate to be intimate with God. That decides a supernatural world in front of you. Brothers and sisters, Jesus Christ is waiting for you. He already opened the supernatural for you. Don't think that I am living in the natural world. Yes, we are living in the earth, but to bring the kingdom of heaven on this earth. You are supernatural. We are supernatural. Don't forget it. I encourage you to enter into the supernatural and live the supernatural life. I bless you. Bless you.